Hi there, my name is Dmitry Korykhov, and I'm the founder and the developer of the Open Mic. The Open Mic is the first blogging community for professional translators and interpreters, and tonight I'm going to show you how to add simple and beautiful looking calendar to your Open Mic profile. So head over to calendly.com. This is a news app that allows you to embed a beautifully looking calendar anywhere on the web. You can embed it on your website and you can add it to your Open Mic profile. We're actually going to need to create a free account. To do that, you just need to type in your email address and click Get Started for free. I'm actually already done this before, so I'm just going to open my inbox and activate my account. Right, I got an email from Calendly asking me to confirm my account. Just going to click the URL. And Calendly gonna ask me to type my password. I'm gonna click login. All right, we are on a welcome screen. This is where you can set up your Calendly link. Basically, every user who creates an account on Calendly can get a separate link that you can share it with your clients, or you can send it over email. I'm not gonna change it, but you can customize whatever you like. You can change the name. I'm just gonna leave it as is. You can also change your time zone. I'm in Eastern Time, US and Canada, so I'm just going to click Next. The next step, Calendly asks you to connect to your calendar. For example, if you're using Outlook, Google Calendar, or Office 365 calendar, or you can just say that you don't need to connect to your calendar if you are not using any of these services. I'm just going to click. All right, here's a short video on getting started. I'm not going to play it. You probably might want to watch it because it basically brings you up to speed and showcases the core functionality. But I'm going to go over with you in the next steps, so I'm just going to show it to you in real time. So just click Go to your dashboard. All right, so we are now in your dashboard, and this is where all the magic happens. Basically, Calendly creates several events. They're called events. This is basically what your clients can book. For example, if your client wants to schedule a 15 minutes meeting, they can select that, or they can select 30 minutes meeting, or they can select 60 minutes meeting. You can actually modify this by clicking on event types. And you can create a new event, or you can edit already existing events. For the purposes of this demo, I'm just going to disable the 15-minute meeting and the 60-minute meeting, and just going to keep one type of email because this is normally how long it takes me to provide a proper consultation for my client over the phone or via Skype. So in order to embed this calendar, I'm just going to head over to Settings and click Edit first. This will open a settings screen. Basically, you can change pretty much everything here. Let's, for example, change the event name from 30-minute meeting to 30-minute phone consultation. You can change the duration. Let's keep it 30 minutes. You can also provide more information on how you will connect with your client. For example, Dmitry will contact you at a scheduled time, or the client has to contact Dmitry at a scheduled time, or you can specify your own method. For example, this is useful for instructions in case you want to meet in person with the client, or in case you want to call the client via Skype or something like that. So I'm just going to type, I will call you. I'll call you back. We can add extra instructions and descriptions for our clients. So let's type something like, please, date and time on my calendar. And I'll call you back to discuss it further. All right. Every event you create has a customized link, so you can basically share this link via email. You can also change the colors. I prefer blue color because blue is a synonym for trust and tranquility. I always use it. So then you can change your availability. As you can see right now, I'm not working on Sunday, which is true. I'm not working on Saturday, which is also true. You can edit the times any time of the day, basically by clicking edit. You can set up how often do events start. For example, events can start every 15 minutes, or let's say they can start every 30 minutes. You can add different time intervals. For example, I normally work from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., but I also have a break during the day for a lunch. So let's say my first interval is from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. and another interval is from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. Okay, and I can actually apply this to all the days of the week. So I wouldn't have to edit every single one of them manually. Click done. Okay, updated. So now, as you can see, we have our schedule. We work every weekday from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. and then from 1 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. The next setting, how far into the future can events be scheduled? Basically, this is how far your client can schedule an event. You can pick 60 days, or you can select a certain date range, or you can click indefinitely. That way, your clients will be able to schedule a phone call, I don't know, 20 years from now, if you really want this. But I would keep it at 60 days. Okay, next section, add questions for invitee. This is where we can ask our client to provide extra information. For example, we're probably going to need his phone number so we could call him back. So let's ask him to provide this information. Let's add a custom question. What is your phone number? This will add a question. Right now it's optional, but we actually can make it required. That way, your client will never forget to provide his phone number. So we added a question. You can add another question. For example, if you drive talk with your client via Skype, you can ask him to provide his Skype ID, etc., etc. The next step is invitee notifications. By default, when your client schedules a call, he will receive an email confirmation, and on this screen you can personalize it. Let me show you. So you can change the subject of the email. You can change the body of the email. This is a great way to personalize your emails and make them sound as human as possible by using some data that you gather from your calendar, for example, event name or the full name of your invitee. You can actually click Add Variable here and change it to first name only to make it more friendly. Or you can replace this entirely and write anything you want. Bear in mind that Calendly has a free account, and this kind of functionality is only available to paid members. So if you want to customize these messages, you're probably going to have to pay for a paid plan, which I believe is $10 a month, and it's quite good actually. I'm using it. So I highly recommend it. Okay, you can also personalize cancellation email in case your client decides to cancel an email. And you can also set a reminder for your client, and you can also personalize it and change anything you like here. And you can change the timing. For example, let's remind our client that we have a call 2 hours before the event. You can add several reminders if you like, but one reminder, I guess, is okay. Okay, more availability options. This is where you can basically select the dates when you are not available. For example, uh, add a blackout date will black out a whole chunk of your calendar. For example, if you're going on vacation or if you're on a business trip or something like that. So this is very useful. Uh, Minimum scheduling notice here allows you to prevent events that are less than a certain amount of hours away. For example, if you don't want to allow your clients to book consultations in a rush, like for example 1 hour before the actual consultation, you can change the settings and change it to 4 hours or 6 hours or whatever you like. You can also add a buffer before an event. Buffer means that you'll have some free time on your schedule before and after an event. So that way you won't be too booked, so you won't have to manage too many calls at the same time. So let's add a buffer to our calendar. For example, 30 minutes before the event and 30 minutes after the event. In that case, we'll have plenty of time to prepare for the actual call, and we'll have plenty of time after the call in case we have two calls in a row. So they will be separated by 30 minutes interval. And you can add custom links at the end of scheduling process. For example, you can instruct your client to go to your website or to check out something else, or maybe watch a video about you or your services. I don't know. You can get very creative. But let's say I want to add a link to my website. I'm just going to click check out my website. And I'm just going to add a link to my bestrussiantranslator.com website. Great. Now our client will be able to check my website after he books a phone consultation with me on the open mic. So let's save the changes and get to the fun part. We have created our calendar, and now we are going to embed this on our open mic profile. So click the cogwheel here and then click embed. This will give you several options. You can embed this inline. So basically, it will be displayed as a form inside of your OpenMic profile. But my personal favorite one is a pop-up widget, which will add a nice looking call to action button. And when your clients click this button, they will have a pop-up widget where they will be able to book an appointment with you. So you can change the text in the appointment. For example, you can change to schedule a call. Change widget color, but blue is nice. Blue is always nice. And now we can just copy the code and go back to our OpenMic profile. This is my test account where I test all kinds of stuff. So just click the cogwheel and edit your profile. All right, we are on our profile editor view. So scroll down a little bit until you see step 4, add a call to action button. This is where we're going to embed our Calendly calendar. Choose. That sounds awesome. Okay, now we have a separate field where we can paste our code. Make sure you switch from visual tab to text tab. Code will only work if you embed this into text tab. So that's very important. Okay, paste your code here. Before saving that, something we can do, we can change a few things around here. By default, Calendly adds branding to a button. We can actually disable it by changing branding true to false. And we can also change the text on the button. For example, right now it says schedule a call. We can customize it a little bit and say schedule a call with Dmitry. All right, I think we are done here. So scroll to the bottom of the page and click update your profile. And there you go. You have a very nice looking button that invites your potential client to schedule a call with you. So let's just click it. And this opens a widget where your client basically can pick any time they like. There are some instructions, for example here, please pick a date and time on my calendar and I'll call you back to discuss the translation project. There are also some instructions. Your client can change the time zone, but as far as I know, the system will automatically detect the time zone of your client and it will change your calendar accordingly. So that way, your client will only be able to book the time when you are actually available. So let's select Wednesday. Now we can pick a time. And as you can see, I cannot book a 12 o'clock meeting because this is when I normally have lunch break. So let's pick 1 p.m. Click confirm. And now we just need to enter our name, last name, email address, and answer the question that we created. What is your phone number? And when we do this, we will schedule an event, or basically we're going to schedule a phone consultation. So I'm just going to type something and click schedule an event. All right, confirmed. You are scheduled with Dmitry. You can schedule an hour event, or you can check out my website. As you can see, Calendly adds a little touch of branding. It says powered by Calendly here, or get your own Calendly, it's free. This can be disabled if you get a paid account, which is $10 a month. I'm using a non-branded version because I'm paying for Calendly because I love this app. But if you don't want to, you can still use a free version however you like, and you can still embed this on your OpenMic account for free and help your clients schedule a call with you and make their experience a little bit better. So thank you so much for watching this little tutorial. I'm sorry if it was a bit too long or too technical. If you have any kind of questions whatsoever, just send me a message, send me an email, and I'll be happy to answer them. Thanks again for watching this video and have a lovely day.